It's the Bucks' first road game of these playoffs. So who shows up today? The Bucks team that took a gut punch in Game 1 or the Focus team that returned the favor in Game 2? Darius Joshua has a front row seat to the action in the 305. The first NBA team to win a series in these playoffs, the Sixers. Philadelphia finished off the 4-game sweep of the Nets today behind former Buck Tobias Harris and his 25 points. There's a fascinating second-round matchup brewing between the Sixers and Celtics, and the winner hopefully meeting the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. The new and improved Badgers played their spring football game today, but in Luke Fickell's world, it's not called the spring game. The launch happened at Camp Randall today, and the stars of the show weren't all the new quarterbacks and receivers. The defense stood out today. Spring star Ricardo Hallman pulled down 3 interceptions, and the defense recorded at least 10 sacks. The offense did reach the end zone a few times, including this toss over the middle to Alex Moeller. The score isn't all that important. The big winner is the Badgers hype train, which should be chugging along all summer. Garrett Mitchell's out for a while, so why haven't the Brewers called up prospect Sal Frelick to take his place? It's because Frelick is dealing with his own injury. It didn't happen on this play, but Frelick sprained his thumb and landed on the minor league injured list. Craig Counsell says he doesn't think it will be a long-term issue. The Milwaukee Wave face a tough test tomorrow. They need to win 2 games against the Baltimore Blast, or the Wave's season will be over. Rashawn Gary just played under his 5th-year contract, but that's also a guy that's come in with a bit of an injury history. He came from Michigan in 2019 with a torn labrum. He refused to get surgery. And little side note here, Jonah Williams, the Alabama offensive tackle, was drafted a pick or 2 before to the Bengals.
Right.
He tore his labrum.
Oh, wow.
That also sidelined him for his rookie season.
The crash happened right here at 60th and Burnham, and you can see the wreckage left behind here of debris, traffic pole, and a vigil for an 18-year-old woman that was killed.
Rodgers went on Pat McAfee and said, "My intention is to be a Jet." So it makes you think, what? If it's not the Jets, is he going to retire? We don't know. But there's one name, there's one quarterback. He said he's willing to move on from his respective team. And what if the Jets wait too long? Because like we just mentioned, Kevin, the Jets said they're willing to wait until the draft to try and get Rodgers. Now, they already made reports out that they said they're not willing to get him. They're not willing to go after Lamar Jackson. As COVID-19 cases continue to surge in Wisconsin, local Milwaukee musicians are being impacted greatly by not being able to perform live in-person concerts. Forrest has also been a member of a local band called Dog Bad for the past 2 years, and not being able to play in front of a live audience has been a challenge for them.
It takes away practice with other musicians too, because that's the whole thing about being in a band. Is not only are you playing your song, everyone's playing their song too.
Mark Thierfelder is the talent buyer at St. Kate's Hotel in Milwaukee. The hotel usually hosts musicians, but due to COVID, Thierfelder has seen struggles.
Most other people in the performing arts that obviously work just dropped immediately off once COVID hit and there was a shutdown. So that really, translates into a lot of financial difficulties for myself and everybody else in the arts community.
Thierfelder is also a musician himself. He's the president of a business called Janmark Music, and they are continuing to develop ways to stay connected with their audience.
We've been redesigning our website, working on some original material, things like that, and just preparing for the future pretty much. But focusing on social media and just kind of keeping in contact with our fan base out there.
Despite the circumstances, Thierfelder has been fortunate enough to be able to play a few concerts. However, young musicians have gone through the struggles to make a name for themselves.
If you're not out performing in front of somebody, you can really be working on your craft at home, but also to pay attention to your promotional materials.
Due to COVID, the future of live in-person concerts might take time to build upon.
I see it coming back slowly but surely. I don't think that our world in any aspect is going to go back to completely normal or the way that we were used to seeing it.